What's going on, guys? cebmofroz back again today, and for today's topic we're going to be talking about favorite childhood games. So first off, I'm going to tell you guys mine since you guys can't tell me yours in this video. Can't all just talk through the video. But yeah, let's go on with this. So mine is a game called Pikmin 2. Now the first one was pretty good, but my favorite one out of all of them was Pikmin 2. And it was just a really fun game because you played as, well, you had two people. You played as Captain Olimar, which was from the first game. He was a little guy with a red antenna and he had a spacesuit and whatnot. And they were just basically little people. And then we had Louie. He had like, he had a weird shaped head and a weird haircut, and he's just kind of weird altogether. But he had a blue antenna and was wearing a suit. A blue spacesuit, while Olimar had his as being red. And basically they were having your planet is, there's a bunch of different planets that have like these little people colonizing them, and your planet was one of them that had like a huge company, and y'all were running out of things to sell and running out of things, just basically you're running out of money. And you needed money, so you went back to this planet because you found it in the first game by crashing on it, to go and find some different artifacts. So you go onto the planet and you find these little plant-like creatures called Pikmin. And basically they're like little creatures that come out of a ship called an onion by feeding it like animals and different plants and stuff. And they come out as seeds, go into the ground, and then sprout up, and you pluck them out of the ground and they turn into like little kind of like people, but they're just different colors. There's red, blue, yellow, purple, and white. Red was resistant to fire, yellow was resistant to electricity, blue could breathe underwater, was resistant to water, and purple was just really big. They were heavy and could carry more than the rest of them, and white was resistant to poison and fast. So also yellow was able to be thrown higher because they were lighter apparently. Each one had different physical features as well. Like the red ones had a nose, and the yellow ones had ears, and the blue ones had a mouth. And then the purple one had whiskers, and the white one, I think it had pink eyes. Yeah. So they all had just different stuff, and it was a fun little cute game where you went around and you fought like bugs and different things like that, and had to get the treasures. There was a bunch of different bosses in the game, and you had to go underground in the caves, and they had basically like levels. Like you go through, you find all the treasure, kill all the creatures in it, then you would go down and you go to the second level, third, fourth, however many there were, until you fought a boss at the end of the cave. And then once you fought that boss, it would normally give you a piece that would help you in some way, like with your suit, like making it where like it took less damage and different things like that. So you do all that, and then eventually you beat the game by collecting all the treasure, doing all that, and returning back to their home planet, which was called Hokatate. It's a really weird name. It's probably because it's Japanese, but you know. So it was a pretty fun game. It had a ton of different stuff to it. It was kind of difficult at times. You had to strategize a lot and make sure your Pikmin didn't get killed by the bugs and whatnot. And you could only have 100 out on the field, and when you went into a cave you couldn't get any more than you had. So you had to make it through all the levels without losing all your Pikmin and having enough to carry whatever treasure was in each part back to a little ship that came down with you. So, well, it wasn't really the ship, it was just the head of the ship. So you couldn't just fly back out of there unless you got killed, and then it would emergency send you back up, and I think you lose all your Pikmin if that happens. I'm not for sure, but I believe so. So it was a pretty interesting game, and I spent hours upon hours on it. And even after I beat the game, you could continue to play, and you could just keep going and just kill stuff. It respawned daily, and there was a few different maps where they had different things that came out from time to time. Like there was one where they had like this big black ladybug type thing with teeth. I don't remember what they're called exactly because it's been a while. I always forget. Oh, Bulborbs, but it was like a huge one, and it would roam around and was like really powerful and had like little ones that would come around and follow it. So it was really tough to fight with all of that. It was just altogether, everything about the game was really interesting and really fun and colorful, and just, it was a great game to play. So that was my favorite one. So I wanted to know what you guys' favorite games were when you were a child, or just game or whatever. So if you did enjoy them, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this has been cebmofroz, and peace out, guys.